Hey everyone, what's up? Yeah, I thought I'd kind of, and my finger hit the mic there, I apologize. I kind of thought I'd talk about, kind of give you guys a bit of a DCWA update. Basically, DCWA is my CAW, my Creator Wrestling League, which is one of many Creator Wrestling Leagues out there. You have CAW Champions League, which is CCL, Destiny Championship Alliance, which is DCA, Stars of CAW, which is SCAW, and many others. Um, so I kind of, I kind of thought I'd come out here and kind of give you guys an update of what's going on. Now, by the time you watch this, I've already uploaded the 14th episode of DCWA Thunder, DCWA 2.0 Thunder, the 14th episode, and there are several championships that have been, decided, as you probably have seen. The women's U.S. championships are now held by the tag team. You've seen them in DCA's Wildcats Unleashed tag team tournament, Skin Deep. We also have a new Divas YouTube champion in Ember Adine, race car women's wrestler. We also have new World Tag Team champions in the team of the CAW tag team of Popeye the Sailor Man, and Bugs Bunny. They are the new World Tag Team champions. And also to close it out, we have a new Divas World Tag Team champions in the Party Rockers. That is the team comprising of Vanessa Delphine and Natty Rocks, who are very well known, I'm pretty sure, to a lot of CAW viewers, courtesy of DCA and CCL. That's currently what's gone on with Thunder. So if you want to check it out for yourself, go ahead. It's probably one of the longest editions of Thunder I've done, clocking in at about an hour and 56 minutes. Now, speaking of DCWA, of course, with any CAW league, we have what is known as CPVs, which is our version of pay-per-views. CPVs, like I said, which is our versions of pay-per-views and stuff like that. And I have two upcoming in October. Hopefully, they will be up and running and viewable before I move out. As you know, as a lot of you probably know by now, I'm currently in the process, along with my mom, moving into a new house in Newman, California. So it's a little bit of a process, but getting there. So hopefully I can have two CPVs out by then. Those CPVs will be overall, the first one will be Final Deletion, and yes, I want to give a shout out to Broken Matt Hardy for inspiring fans like me to use that in the CAW promotions. So DCWA Final Deletion will be the first CPV, and then as it's almost become common, or on a every other basis, we will also have a Divas/Women's CPV only, a Divas/Women's only CPV, and that will be called the Great War. So those two CPVs, one overall for both men and women, and then just the Divas/Women only, those two CPVs will take place. Final Deletion, which is overall DCWA product. And then just for the women Diva CAWs, you will have the Great War. So you can see what the arenas look at. You can check out what the arenas look like. I should say right now on my YouTube channel, because I uploaded some matches, 2 individual matches, one in each arena, to kind of give you guys an idea of what it looks like. Anyway. With that said, though, I also want to update you guys. I also want to update you guys on on the status as far as 2K17 is going to go, and I'm pretty sure this goes for all CAW leagues out there. Like I say, from CCL to DCA to RPW, NCA, you name it. The status with the status with 2K17 is it's going to be somewhat of a it's going to be somewhat of a long transition. A lot of us will not get our hands on 2K17 at least the day of, or even the day before, or a little afterwards. I hopefully will try to get my hands on it the day of, hopefully. And with that said, like I said, no, like I said, a lot of us, as far as the transition from 2K16 to 17, despite the fact that 2K17 has a lot of what we want, has a lot of what we've been asking for. Some things that they still need to bring to us probably in 2K18, but as far as 2K17 goes, they've definitely upped the ante in a big way with what some of the things, environments, stuff that we've been wanting. But as far as the transition goes, it's going to be quite some time for myself, and I'm pretty sure any other content creator or founders or creators of CAW leagues. It's going to take quite some time before we have our full rosters on 2K17. If I was to make a guesstimation of how long it will be, I would say the latest, in my opinion, would be around WrestleMania time. Yeah, around WrestleMania time, maybe even afterwards. I would say basically between WrestleMania, I would say somewhat in between the month before WrestleMania and maybe the month after WrestleMania is when you'll start seeing CAW leagues using 2K17 as their primary source. I would guesstimate around that time frame because it takes time for a lot of us to download and create our characters, create our arenas, create our championships. It takes, it's going to take some time to recreate all of that or re-download a lot of that from other people to use in 2K17 for our CAW leagues. Another factor that plays into how long it might take, like I said, I can guesstimate between before WrestleMania and after WrestleMania. Another factor that plays into the longevity of this transition is the fact that some of us, like myself, work. We do have jobs outside of, our YouTube channels and, our CAW YouTube channels and stuff like that. So by having these outside jobs that, pay us money, of course, that we walk to, ride bikes to, drive to, sometimes it takes a lot out of us to the point that we really don't want to do anything else but come home and just rest, just sleep, if you will. So, with that said, I kind of, like I said, if I have a guesstimation as to when you'll see some CAW leagues pop up on 2K17 as the primary source, I would say mostly by maybe a month before WrestleMania and maybe a month or so after WrestleMania. That's what I would. That's when you would probably see some CAW leagues pop up, is before and after. And like I say, the reason that timetable is the best guesstimation to make, in my opinion, is, like I said, it takes us time to recreate, re-download a lot of what we have established on 2K16, and if not on 2K14, if some of us are still using that as a primary source. But we also factor in real life situations, like in my case, moving and working and just working overall, or personal family issues, stuff like that. That all factors in. And, in the end, it's something that, does kind of get in the way and will cause us to kind of put to the side or put on the shelf even for maybe a couple of hours or a few days. Our creation or recreation of our CAW leagues, characters, championships, arenas, you name it, story designs with the creative video, kind of like story elements through creative video and stuff. It's it's things like that that will play a factor, and especially with the creative video, which is going to be a very obviously very used option or item in community creations or in the creation suites, if you in WWE creations. That's going to get used a lot, and from what someone like Tubby Timmy Emu said, the load times take a little long. So, you know, that plays in a factor as well as when you're trying to recreate your league and also create these video Titantrons, these video packages, sometimes these cutscenes to play into a storyline or into your show or into your league or a rivalry between characters and stuff like that. So anyway, that's again you factor all that in, and the best guesstimated time frame for CAW leagues to start popping up courtesy, stop popping up on 2K17 or start, utilizing 2K17 as the primary source. The best guesstimated time frame to me is before and after WrestleMania. So that's really all I can. That's really probably the best guesstimation that me or anybody else can make as far as CAW leagues popping up and popping up on 2K17 or at least using 2K17 as the primary source. So that's really all I have to say, folks. So let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. Support Creative Wrestling League, the CAW leagues, and I will talk to you all next time.